What's up guys, Paul here from ecommercegold.co.uk. Now for this review video, I am going to be looking at one of the world's most unique and versatile e-commerce platforms, Ecwid. Now Ecwid has been around since 2009 and it's gone on to power over 1 million e-commerce platforms in the world, which makes it one of the world's most popular choices when it comes to e-commerce. But the guy behind Ecwid has actually been involved with e-commerce for many years. In fact, Ecwid isn't the first platform he's ever developed. He's the guy behind Xcar, which is one of the world's most popular open source e-commerce platforms. But when he was working on it, developing it and promoting it, he realized there was a need for something slightly different than a traditional e-commerce platform, and that is why he developed Ecwid, and it's gone on to be so popular. And I'm going to discuss that a little bit more as I get into the video when I start looking at the Ecwid dashboard and the features and explaining it why it works so well. So the first thing I'm going to do when I jump into my computer, which I'm going to do now, is I'm going to look at the pricing of the Ecwid platform. Now for this, I have had to go onto the support section of the US website, because whenever you go onto ecwid.com, it will always show how much it costs in your local currency. So for me, that is the Great British Pound, and they do charge in a variety of different currencies depending on where you are in the world. So the most popular is going to be the US dollar, but you also get charged in the British pound, the euro, rupee, the peso and the Russian ruble, obviously depending on where you are in the world. So this shows how much of a global platform Ecwid is. Now Ecwid are really generous, and you do get an option of a free package for life. Now this is limited in terms of products and the amount of features you get, which is understandable. They're not going to give everything away for free, but it's a great way of getting started with the platform and being able to learn how to use it before you upgrade to a paid package to get access to all of the features of the Ecwid platform. Now talking about paid packages, let's take a quick look at the ones they offer, because they offer three main packages. The entry one is the venture package, which is $15 a month, which is a very good entry level price, and it's cheaper than the majority of other packages out there. But if you buy that annually, you do actually get a discount, and it works out $12.50 a month, meaning you pay $150 a year, which is a saving of 2 months, which is actually a pretty decent saving. This next package is the business package, which is $35 a month or $29.17 a month if you pay for an annual package, which works out $350. And the biggest package they do is the unlimited package, which is $99 a month, or it works out at $82.50 if you pay annually. So that is an overview of the pricing of the Ecwid platform. But what do you get for this money? Well, for that, I'm going to jump into the main Ecwid site, and as you can see, it's gone onto my local currency, which is the British pound. But what is the difference between the packages? Well, the main difference is the amount of products you can have on that package. With the free package, you are limited to 10 products, which is a great way to actually test the platform out. Once again, it's not ideal if you need to go beyond this, if you need a fully functioning e-commerce tool or platform. It's just really to test the platform out. But once you get onto the paid packages, the venture package comes with 100 products, the business package allows you up to 2,500 products, and the unlimited one is, as it says, you get unlimited products. And obviously you do get more features as you move up through the package. There's certain extra things that are included that aren't included with, say, the venture package, that are included with the business package. But talking about features, I'm going to jump into my website, eCommerce Gold, where I've gone through these features, and these are the ones that really stand out to me. Now, one of the ones that I do like is one-tap checkout. This is a very important thing when it comes to e-commerce conversion rates. This has very much come down from Amazon, who have got one-click checkout, and it's becoming more of a norm within the e-commerce world, because people want it to be as easy and convenient as possible to buy that product. They just want to click a button and it's bought. You can do that with Ecwid, but it's only when people are paying with Apple Pay. It hasn't been introduced with other payment methods just yet. Another thing is you can have Facebook Messenger live chat directly on your site. This is a great conversion tool because people want to have answers pretty much instantly to their questions. Having a contact phone number, email address and contact form isn't really enough anymore. You need some form of live chat, and Ecwid enables this through the Facebook Messenger system, which is really good. Another thing is if you have a physical bricks and mortar store, you can actually schedule it so people can come in and pick their orders up directly from you. So if you're a florist or a baker or any kind of small local business where people can place an order and then pop in on the way to work or the way to the park or things like that and pick the order up, it just makes life really, really simple. And this is a feature that's not offered on that many platforms actually. So to have it as a core feature of the Ecwid platform is really good, and it is definitely aimed at these kind of smaller bricks and mortar businesses to help you increase the amount of sales you get. That's a really, really good thing. Another thing you can do on the conversion tools is you can create discount codes. So if you run an email marketing promotion or sign up to our newsletter promotion, you can create discount codes that people can then put in at the checkout to save some money on their order. Nice and simple feature. Another thing you can do to help retain those customers is sell gift cards. So if you was a florist, for example, you can sell gift cards directly onto your site, and then people can give these to their friends, family, and then they can come and buy from you. So nice little tool there. But what really makes Ecwid stand out from pretty much every other e-commerce platform out there is the versatility of the tool and the amount of places you can actually use Ecwid to start selling. Because you can start selling directly to your Facebook page and your Instagram accounts. So if you've got a large following on these social medias, you can actually start selling to them directly through the platform. You don't need to encourage them to come onto your website. You can just use the platform to get them to buy from you. And another thing is you can use Ecwid on a variety of different websites. Now for some platforms like Squarespace and Weebly, what you can do is use the Ecwid buy button. So you're using the Ecwid platform for all your e-commerce transactions, but you're actually hosting the rest of your website on their platform. This is a really good integration, but where it really stands out is its WordPress and Wix integration, because it actually integrates really, really well, and it brings in the Ecwid dashboard directly into those platforms. So you can basically manage your Ecwid dashboard directly from your WordPress dashboard or directly from your Wix dashboard. There's no needing to jump between, say, the Ecwid dashboard and your WordPress dashboard. You can do these all in one, and I'm going to show you that in a little bit, but I'm going to first show you what it's like to actually use the Ecwid dashboard. Now getting started with Ecwid is really, really easy. Simply click the get started for free button at the top. I can't click that because it'll automatically log me in, but it'll just bring up a quick screen where you need your email address, a password, and I think your store name, and you're good to go. And when you've done all that, you'll be brought into your Ecwid dashboard, which looks exactly like this. And they've got a really good guide to get started, which takes you through pretty much everything you need to do to get your Ecwid site set up and working. Now, as you can see, it's a very simply laid out dashboard, and it really does not take a long time to get used to using this dashboard. In fact, I felt really comfortable with it straight away, and I know I test a lot of platforms out, but this doesn't always happen. Whereas with Ecwid, I clicked with it pretty much instantly. Everything is where you need it to be. So you've got your store management section here, which takes care of your sales, your inventory. Then you can manage your sales channels. Then you've got all your configuration at the bottom. Really simply laid out. Everything is where it needs to be. Now, I was talking about the integration with WordPress and Wix, and I'm going to show you how good this is. So this is the Ecwid dashboard through the Ecwid website. This is what it looks like in WordPress. As you can see, it is pretty much identical. In fact, I think it is identical. So that's in the WordPress dashboard. This is what it looks like in Wix. Once again, it's brought everything in. So there's no needing to get used to another kind of configured dashboard, because it just brings everything natively into these platforms. And this makes it really, really good. I say you can manage everything. So if you're using WordPress, you can manage everything from one place. There's no need to log into WordPress, then log into Ecwid. It all does it automatically. This I really, really like. And it's one of the few ways you can bring a fully hosted e-commerce checkout directly into the WordPress dashboard. So as we're talking about fully hosted, let's see what I'm talking about with that. So let's scroll down on here. So this is the Ecwid hosting and performance. Now, I can't do my usual test where I run speed tests on it, because a lot of the examples are integrated with other sites, and a Wix site is going to load differently to a WordPress site, so I can't do that kind of performance. But this is the kind of security you get and performance you get with the Ecwid system. Now, it's hosted on Amazon's web services. This is one of the best hosting services in the world. In fact, the likes of Adobe, I think Pinterest are on there as well. Big names use Amazon Web Services because it's so robust and it's so reliable. And Ecwid chose this for theirs, and it works. It's pretty quick when you go into the Ecwid dashboard. It loads quick, it's easy to jump from one page to another, and you don't really notice any lag when you're using it in WordPress or using it in Wix. It loads pretty much as quick. You also get PCI level 1 compliance with the Ecwid dashboard. So there's no need to worry about, is your hosting good enough if you're using WordPress? You don't need to worry about that. All you need is pretty much basic WordPress hosting, because all of the important transactional information is taken care of using the Ecwid servers, not your servers. So even though you do want to still have your SSL certificate and make sure it's secure as possible, you haven't got to take that extra level and make sure it's super secure for e-commerce, because Ecwid takes care of all of that for you. They also use a CDN from CloudFront. This means that all the information, all the images, everything is populated really quickly wherever you are in the world. This makes it a great global option for WordPress, Wix, any kind of site like that, or even if you want to use the native Ecwid store builder. It's really good, it's really quick. You also get secure checkout. It's all SSL encrypted, so you don't have to worry about that, and you get unlimited bandwidth, so you know you're not going to incur any extra charges for having too many people on your site, which I'm sure is a problem a lot of you would like to have. So that is what I mean by you get this fully hosted solution, fully hosted e-commerce solution directly into your WordPress dashboard. This is one of the best integrations I think out there when it comes to WordPress e-commerce. Definitely better option than some of the ones out there, but I'm going to be reviewing the likes of WooCommerce in a few weeks. So let's go on to what Ecwid is actually like to use. And it's the same to use in any platform. So I could do this directly in Ecwid, in the WordPress dashboard, or in the Wix dashboard. It wouldn't matter, it all works exactly the same. So the first thing I'm going to look at is products. So to add your product is really easy. You simply click on products, add new product. The layout for this is really simple and it's really easy to use. So you just add your name, your SKU, your price, all the information's there, and you can work through all these tabs at the top. So let's just create a test name for that. So you can work through all these tabs at the top, configuring all the information you need for your product. If you want to sell digital products, this is where you upload your digital file. Yes, you can sell digital products via the Ecwid system, but this does need to be a paid one. You can't sell any digital products on the free one, unfortunately. So you set up your taxes and shipping, and then you go to SEO. Now, there's only one thing I don't really like about this SEO configuration on Ecwid, and that is the fact that you can't edit your URL. Now, for a lot of people, this isn't going to be a big issue, but Ecwid actually do a really good job of producing SEO friendly URLs, because they'll take all the information out of your product title and actually put it in your URL. But what they do is, as I will show you on my test site, is they will add a random number at the end. As somebody who likes to do as much to help their SEO as possible, I don't like this random number because it just makes things look a little bit untidy to me, but it's only a minor thing. Generally, the SEO is really good on the platform, and say generates really good URLs as standard. It just adds that number to the end, which is one little thing I don't like. And I would like to be able to create my own URLs, so not let the system do it all for me. You can then set up related products. So if it's part of a range or a part of a collection, you can add your related products there, and then you can create a buy now button. And this is where the integration comes in with other platforms outside of WordPress and Wix. This is what you would import if you was using Squarespace or Weebly or pretty much any other website builder in the world, Joomla, Drupal, any of these. This is the code you would copy and paste into your website, and it will produce a button on the page where customers can then check out directly on your website, but it'll be using the Ecwid system. So this is where the integration isn't quite as good with other platforms, but it still works really well. Now, this is where the only negative comes in when you're using the buy now button is if you are using Squarespace or Weebly or any of these other platforms, you will have to come into your Ecwid dashboard to manage your orders. This can't be done directly in Squarespace, so you are going to have to log in and manage the two different dashboards. That's the only negative with it. But adding a product is really, really easy. The flow is really good. Everything's simply laid out. You can do everything you need to. And pretty much, I don't want to save that product. And pretty much exactly the same goes for creating a category. Now you can create parent and subcategories on this, and this makes making a category hierarchy really, really easy to do on the Ecwid platform. So you're not limited to just parent categories like you are on some platforms. Now this is something you may find if you're using the Wix platform, that you can only create parent categories, and this is quite limited, especially if you have a large inventory. With Ecwid you don't have to worry about this. You can create as many parent and subcategories as you want. You're not limited on that, so you can create a really good product hierarchy. Now when it comes to managing your inventory, it's not quite as easy as I think it could be, because there's not a lot you can do directly from the overview screen, the product overview screen, like you can with some other platforms. Because even though it's got bulk update, you can't actually change that much with it. You can only disable the product, enable it, or delete it. You can't actually do any editing to the product, so you can't edit the product title or you can't edit the quantity directly from the order dashboard. Instead, you have to actually go into the product and edit them one by one. This could be a bit frustrating if you have a large inventory, because it would be nice if you could just do it all from the product overview. There is an app on the Ecwid app market that allows you to do bulk product ordering, but this is an additional cost. It costs an extra £5 a month, and it's actually made by a third-party developer. It's not made natively by the Ecwid team. So that is one thing. If you did have a large inventory, you may want to consider doing that. It is something I would like to see added to the Ecwid system in the future. But other than that, the product and inventory management is really good on Ecwid. It's easy to add, it's easy to organize. Yes, it's a bit annoying that you have to do it one by one on the products when it comes to managing your inventory, but it's still not difficult to do. Nice big edit button there. So when it comes to managing your orders, there's actually a lot you can do when it comes to managing your orders. I really like the amount of things you can do directly from the overview page. Now you can do things in bulk, so you can select them and you can do mass update. You can print them off, you can change the status of it, or you can update them individually directly from the order overview. This is something that not a lot of platforms do. A lot of platforms, if you want to update things individually, you have to actually click on the order and go into it. This isn't the case with Ecwid. You can do it all from the order management page. This just makes it super easy to manage your orders. I really like this. This is the kind of area where you're going to be spending most of your time, hopefully, because you'll be getting lots of orders. So you want this to be as easy as possible, and it really, really is with Ecwid. It's one of the easiest ones I've actually used. And this was all done in the main Ecwid dashboard, but you can do it all exactly the same in the WordPress dashboard. As you can see, you can update everything. Go into Wix, go into My Sales, you can do everything from the dashboard, because it brings in the whole dashboard. And as you can see, there's not really much lag between using it directly in the Ecwid native panel and using the Ecwid plugin or the Ecwid app in WordPress and Wix. It just works. It works really, really well. I think it's a fantastic solution to add in e-commerce functionality into existing websites, which was something that was definitely missing. I wish I'd discovered this a few years ago when I had my WordPress site, because it would have been the ideal solution for me at the time. So my conclusion of the Ecwid platform, is it any good? Yes. But, and it does come with a but, unfortunately. As a standalone website builder, e-commerce website builder, I don't think it's all that good, because it's missing a lot of the functionality, general website functionality that you kind of require to have a really successful e-commerce store. So if you are looking for a standalone e-commerce web builder, I wouldn't generally recommend Ecwid. I think there are better options out there. But if you have a WordPress site, a Wix site, Squarespace, anything like that, and you want to bring e-commerce functionality into your website, so maybe you want to start selling products or just monetizing it in some way, Ecwid is one of the best options out there. Wix e-commerce setup, I tried that and I didn't really like it. I'm going to be doing a review on that in a couple of weeks. So if you want to check that out, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Nice little cheap plug there. But yeah, I think it is better than the standard like Wix e-commerce setup, just because it's got much more control over it. You can do more when it comes to managing your categories, and just generally the checkout process just works better on Ecwid than it does with Wix. But where it really stands out for me is the WordPress integration, because WordPress has always had a bit of a weak spot when it comes to e-commerce. Yes, there are plugins like WooCommerce and things like that, but it puts more onus on you as the website owner, because there's more you need to configure because you're responsible for every aspect. Whereas with the Ecwid system, you don't have to worry about making sure that your checkout's secure, making sure that you're storing transactions properly. You don't have to worry about that. That's all taken care of natively by Ecwid, because that's what they are. They're an e-commerce tool. You just have to worry about hosting your website and making sure that your website performs well. All the e-commerce functionality is taken care of for you. You just need to add your products, add a payment gateway, delivery method, and you're good to go. That is why I really like it. I think it's a fantastic option for WordPress, because it brings together one of the world's best website builders, which is WordPress, with fully hosted e-commerce functionality into one fantastic package that you can use to really start growing your WordPress website out. So that is my full review of the Ecwid platform. If you want to read more on Ecwid, I'll leave a link in the description below to my full written review that I may have covered some things that I haven't covered in this video, because it's quite difficult to cover everything in one video. So that brings me to the end of the review. I hope you've enjoyed this video and you've learned something. If you have, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that like button, because it really does help the channel out. So once again, guys, thanks so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I'll see you all in the next video.